And after about a year, I started not sleeping at night. And so I was sitting there waking up at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m. And the problem I had was that now we were all of 35 people. 35. And the problem I had was we've got a great model. My board of directors, all these VCs, just were thinking digital camera is going to go like this like crazy. And we're going to get $5 for a digital camera. Well, I'm out there and I'm hearing about, well, we don't want to pay you 5, we want to pay you 3. And I realized that Microsoft, Adobe, any of these companies, or by the way, in China, anybody could just get together 10 friends and family, or in India, 10 friends and family, and do the same thing we did, and sell it for 10 cents a copy. So the model wasn't sustainable. Let's change our model. Rather than license software to a camera company to sell to somebody that buys a camera, so we can harass you to buy an upgrade for $49, that was the business model at that time, license, upgrade. And what we did was a group of, again, great people that I was privileged to work with, went off and we came up with what was actually probably the first scaled Web 2.0 business model. I've adopted a different definition of a business model, which is this. It's a set of decisions the company makes on how it maximizes its value within this ecosystem, consistent with financial objectives. And these are key words. Decisions means it's an affirmative. You take steps to define your business model. You make decisions on what it's going to be. You don't just inherit what a company's been doing for the last 20 years or 30 years. Or you don't just do what everybody's done. Maybe you want to do that, but you decide that's what you want to do. Second, maximizes. I see again and again companies will get good enough, with the models. Oh, this will meet our growth expectations that the analysts in Wall Street expect for us. Good, we're done. No. You've got to maximize your value. Value is value proposition. By the way, all those definitions, talked about value. That's what I'm going to return to. Ecosystem, I've talked to this before about everything lives in a broader ecosystem, and then financial objectives. If you're a company that has no cash and is going to go bankrupt in a year unless you can raise money, well, factor that in up front. Don't waste your time by saying we're going to wish the world was different and we're going to come up with something great for somebody else. If you've got a lot of cash like Apple, you have more flexibility on what you want to do. I've used the word ecosystem a lot. And these kind of ecosystems, this is a fish hatchery, by the way, are all, we're used to think about ecosystems when it comes to nature. But we talk about a business. Again, apart from the allusions I made to it, we talk about what does that mean for a business. And here's something that I like to do. So I think of a desert. By the way, if you like cold weather, think of the Arctic. It's all ice, or whatever you want to pick, or the middle of the ocean. But it's there. Let's just suppose, as a simple example, we're Henry Ford. And we want to make cars. Well, that's our idea. You ask yourself, what do you have to add to this desert to make that car head back? Yeah, roads. What else do you have to add? Yeah, gas stations and service stations and people. Yeah. Got to learn how to drive. Need speed limits and things like that. Yeah.
Regulations.
Yeah, law enforcement. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, that you need. And, it's kind of, this is the ecosystem that a car lives in. A car only has value, when it's part of all this stuff. And the relevance here, Henry Ford could have said, one, I'm going to do automobiles. He could have said, I'm going to do gas and service stations. That's logical. He had some choices to make on how he participated in that ecosystem. He made a business decision, I'm going to do black cars.